Welcome back guys, LastKnownMeal here. Let's talk about Fallout 4 in this video. So today we're going to discuss a hardcore survival mode which is coming to Fallout 4 in the next couple of weeks. Now it's going to come out as a beta update on Steam only, and then it's going to be released on PC, and after that it's coming out on consoles. Also, if you don't know what the hardcore survival mode is, it makes the game a lot more difficult. Fallout New Vegas had that. For example, the combat is more challenging, and then you have to go eat, sleep, drink water, and do all those kind of stuff to survive, because it makes the game a lot more realistic. Now, this one user actually posted a lot of details about Fallout 4 hardcore survival, because he was digging through some Fallout 4 files. Now, Bethesda did confirm that this is actually true, that this is not false, but they said that they could actually change some things from this list, mostly because they're still tweaking with those settings. Now, first of all, I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to tell you everything that this hardcore survival mode is going to have. Now, first thing is actually saving. Manual and quick saving are disabled. For example, you won't be able to save as a quick save, and to save your game you'll need to find a bed and sleep for at least an hour, so that's going to be a bit tricky, mostly because I'm not sure if they're going to disable autosaves. For example, Fallout 4 autosaves whenever you enter a building or something like that, when you change the interior and exterior, and I'm not sure if they're going to actually just disable that as well. But some manual and quick saves are going to be disabled, and if you really want to save, then you gotta go find a bed, sleep in it for at least an hour, and then the game is going to save. Now, when it comes to combat is actually more lethal for everyone. You deal more damage, but you also take more damage. For example, you can hit someone twice and he's going to die, but if someone hits you twice or 3 times, depending on your armor, you are going to die as well. Now, next thing is fast travel. Fast travel is disabled, so yes, that is a thing. And if you really want to go somewhere, you have to go and travel there on foot, so you won't be able to actually fast travel to, let's say, Diamond City or Sanctuary. So if you want to go there, you have to get there on foot, so that's going to be challenging, especially because you have to go find a bed and sleep to save, and then you have to go walk to there, and if you go really far you have to go back. That's going to be really challenging. Next thing is actually weighted ammo. Now, this is not a surprise, mostly because Fallout New Vegas actually had this in the game. So if you carry bullets, they're all going to weigh something depending from caliber to caliber. And of course, heavier items such as mini nukes, rockets, and fusion cores are going to weigh a lot more, so you really need to pay close attention when are you going to carry which caliber for which rifle or weapon, and when are you going to actually take with you fusion cores, rockets, and mini nukes. So that's going to increase the difficulty of the game a lot more. So depending on the caliber to caliber, for example, 50 caliber is going to weigh more than for example 9mm, so you have to pay close attention which weapon you want to carry at what situation. Now, this is an interesting one. For example, the compass, the enemies won't appear on your compass anymore, so no more red squares down at the bottom anymore. So if you want to see an enemy, you have to see it with your eyes. So this is more difficult. For example, if you're going to enter a new location, you have to go slowly because you don't know where those enemies are. Also, the distance at which locations of interest actually appear has significantly shortened. For example, you're exploring, and then if you're in the normal game, which is not a hardcore survival, you will see this location of interest and you're gonna say, oh, let me go and explore that. But right now at the hardcore survival mode, you really need to get close to that building to see that it is actually a potential interest, and that you can enter it. So you gotta pay close attention to the buildings around you. Now when it comes to adrenaline, adrenaline is a perk that actually ranks up as you kill enemies. So this is a classic adrenaline thing. You kill more enemies and then you deal more damage, and basically the higher the rank of the adrenaline, you deal more damage with your weapons. And basically this is a funny thing, because if you go to sleep, your adrenaline is going to lower, so you're going to deal less damage. You can always check your adrenaline rank in your Pip-Boy, but you gotta pay close attention how high is your adrenaline rank, because if you go against stronger enemies, it's better to go rank up your adrenaline perk by shooting some other enemies and then moving on to your stronger enemies. Now when it comes to you as a character, you have to go eat, you gotta go sleep, and you gotta go drink water, because if you don't do that, your special stats are going to go down, you're going to be less immune to sickness, and you're going to be fatigued. And also, if you don't do all those things for a much greater period of time, you are going to suffer physical damage and you're going to die, so you don't really want that. Now next thing is actually fatigue, as I talked about it. Now fatigue works as a radiation, but affects your action points, and it's going to make using what's more difficult. You won't be able to run as much as you would if you're rested, so that is going to be a huge problem. So for example, as radiation lowers down your health, fatigue is going to lower down your action points, so always keep a lookout for that, because your character is not going to be as strong, you're going to take more damage, and you're actually going to die a lot faster if you don't follow these things. Now next thing is actually sickness. Now you have the immune system, which is actually increased if you eat, if you sleep, if you drink water, but if you actually do get sick, you have to go and craft medicine at the chem station, or go to doctors and buy medicine from them and actually let them heal you. But I advise really to use a chem station, mostly because these doctors will charge you a lot more for that medicine, but if you create that medicine, then you're going to be good. But as I said, you become more ill if you don't sleep, if the fatigue is high, and if you don't drink and if you don't eat. Your immune system is going to go down and you're going to be sick a lot more, so also keep a lookout for that. Now when it comes to bed types, it's going to be different from bed to bed. For example, sleeping in a sleeping bag will save your game and it's going to save your life, but it's not going to make you fully rested, so I only advise using a sleeping bag only when you really have to. But if you sleep in a normal bed, you are going to feel well rested, and you're going to increase your immune system, and it's going to be good. Now also crippled limbs, you gotta go and heal your crippled limb with a stim pack, because it's not going to auto heal after combat anymore. So when you go break a leg or something like that, you have to go heal it with a stim pack, so for example, then it's going to be good. Also, next thing, carrying items in your backpack. Now this is going to be a bit tricky, mostly because if you carry a lot more, it's going to affect your endurance and agility, and it's also going to damage your legs and health, so don't carry too much, especially if you are carrying a lot of, you know, fat mans, and if you're carrying a lot of mini nukes and that kind of stuff. Keep a lookout for that, because it's going to damage your health and your legs, but it's also going to differ from your if you're well rested, that's not going to happen, so keep a lookout for all those things and you're not going to die. Now when it comes to enemy and loot repopulation, it is going to repopulate, but at a lot slower rate. For example, if you cleared out a location, it's going to stay empty for quite some time, but that is also good. For example, if you forgot something at that location, you want to go back, it's going to be empty, and then you don't have to go fight those enemies again. But at a certain time, it is going to repopulate both enemies and loot. Now this last thing is a bit tricky, mostly because companions, when it comes to them, companions will no longer automatically get back up if downed during combat and will return home if abandoned without being healed. Now, why do I say that this is tricky? Well, mostly because they rush into combat, no questions asked, especially dog meat, and they get down so fast, and it is going to be a problem, but still I hope that their AI is kinda optimized for this and that they will not rush into combat that much, because you waste a stim pack on them and not you, so it is going to be tricky. Now guys, this is all I know about the hardcore survival mode so far. I will be making a proper let's play when this comes out, so keep a lookout for that, and I hope that I explained you this hardcore survival mode a lot more now, and this is a longer video, but still I covered a lot of topics, and that's it guys. Don't forget to go comment down below and tell me what you think about these things, and also don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for more videos. So that's it, LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.